I made a very deliberate omission when listing all of the alternatives to fossil fuels for power generation before. A very obvious one. A bright, shining one.
The energy that the sun releases is incredible. On the surface of the sun, temperatures reach over 5,000 degrees Celsius, and it produces enough light to illuminate a whole planet.
So it makes sense for us to harness the sun's energy to make electricity. Hi, I'm Carlos, and I help set up solar panels like these that convert sunlight into power.
Solar power is growing in popularity as people look for ways to reduce their carbon footprint. You'll find solar panels appearing on the rooftops of homes, businesses and public buildings like airports or bus stations.
These panels are on top of Adelaide Central Bus Station, and they are the driving force behind a new bus service.
Tindo, the electric bus, travels around the city every day using nothing but the power of the sun. It has an electric motor that runs off the electricity produced by solar panels at the bus station.
But how do these panels make the electricity that power Tindo? Well, it all comes down to what they're made of and how they're put together.
The panels are made up of many individual units called photovoltaic cells. The bulk of each one of these is made of silicon, which has some unique chemical properties that make it ideal for solar power production.
When the light hits the silicon, it encourages electrons to move through the cell. But to create electricity, the electrons all need to move in the same direction.
The way the cell is built means that the electrons only have one option. The silicon is arranged into two layers which create an electrical junction that acts like a one-way gate. It makes sure electrons flow from the back of the cell to the front of the cell and then into a circuit.
The electrons flow into a device called an inverter, which creates a type of electricity called alternating current.
Beyond the inverter, the electricity is fed into the city grid. The grid is a power network that supplies all of the homes and businesses in this area. And for Tindo, it effectively stores all of the solar power that's produced while the bus is out on the road.
So when the bus does need to recharge, it simply pulls up and plugs in.
There is a special electrical outlet in the bus station where the bus driver connects a cord to the bus in a similar way to plugging in appliances at home. The electricity flows into 11 large rechargeable batteries built into the bus.
And the motor system of this bus has been designed to make the most of this electricity.
Tindo can drive for up to 160 kilometres around the city before it needs to recharge. During a journey, the bus can create some of its own electricity every time it slows down. As the driver puts on the brakes, the electric motor stops driving the bus forward and switches into generator mode. This allows it to convert the forward motion of the bus back into electricity.
So Tindo makes for a pretty good way to get around town. It's clean, it's quiet, and its source of energy won't be running out anytime soon.
Well, solar energy sure won't be running out anytime soon, but sadly I will be. Very soon, in fact. But don't forget you can find all of the details for today's show on our website, including the experiment stuff. Oh, and don't forget to zap in next time when the ordinary becomes extraordinary. Under the scope.